courtesy bars here. When people have moments of awkwardness or their moments of clumsiness, sometimes that's because they're in a state of beating themselves up. Like if you really pay attention, sometimes a person's um, they're being clumsy or they're awkward because they're in their mind too much and they're in their head too much. So like sometimes that's why you gotta give people grace, because a lot of people don't know how to give themselves grace. If they're in a state of beating themselves up, then it's kind of hard to get your footing. You're kind of off balance when you feel like certain weight or certain anxiety is put on you in a certain moment. You're struggling to deal with it. It's kind of hard to currently deal with the present or deal with reality when something's still hitting you hard. So you're pretty much not yourself all the way. And it's kind of hard. It's literally hard to get your bearings straight when you still beating yourself up over something that happened a few minutes ago or a few days ago, or something just hit you and you just kind of in a state of trying to make sense of something. You ever see somebody, they're there, but you can tell they're thinking hard, they're trying to make sense of something, and they're not fully there, but we're already on them saying like, hey, you gotta go do this, you gotta do that. And then so on top of whatever is already going through their head, and they're trying to deal with that, they're still struggling to beat themselves up they're trying to make sense of something. But on top of that, they're beating themselves up over something they're struggling to deal with. So, like I said, sometimes you gotta give people grace because they struggle giving grace to themselves. And thus, it's kind of hard to make sense of things when it feels like everything is coming at you all at once. So give people a moment to breathe, give people a moment of grace where they can actually make sense of the things going on around them. Like you might have caught them at a weird time and they themselves are trying to figure things out. So it's all right to see somebody fumble or make a mistake. You don't have to rub it in, because to be honest, a lot of people, they do that themselves, to themselves. Anyway, have a good night. Courtesy bars out. Peace.